Alright, next up we're going to use the same guitar body that I've done in my last couple videos, and we're going to do a tiger burst on this today. I've sanded down the top already to 320. The green actually took a lot to get out. This is from the St. Patty's Day burst. I've got some Angelus dark brown, and I've got orange. I don't use a lot of orange in my videos, but I wanted to show you guys how Paul Reed Smith gets that tiger burst, and usually it's a brown and then an orange. So we're going to start with some dark brown. We're going to saturate that rag. And as always, we're always going to put on 2 coats. What's nice about going from brown to green is brown has sort of every color in it, and so it'll wash out that green. So that's coat 1. Come back with coat 2. Guys, I'm filming. You can see how beautiful this piece of wood is. I love this figure all over it. So this is 2 coats. We're going to let this sit. Come back, sand some of it off, and then add some orange. Alright, so I sanded off with 600 grit. Body is all set. That was dark brown Angelus leather dye. I'm going to come back with orange. Make sure you shake up. I haven't used this in probably a year. This stuff stays for a while, so I shook it up. I use the browns and blacks all the time. We're going to soak this in pretty good. Just nice and saturated. So that's orange over dark brown. And if I had left the dark brown a little bit darker and a little bit different of a pop, you can also use black, which sometimes makes it a little bit stronger. I know the figure of the wood makes a huge difference as well. So I could have put black down, gotten it to pop a little bit more. This is the dark brown rag. I'm going to come back with some orange and the dark brown. We're going to feather the sides. It's really not that dark, so we'll come back with some dark brown itself. Come back with the orange here, fade this in. You can see where I sanded more, it looks a lot better. I actually think what I'm going to do here is let this dry. Sand this off some more in the center and come back with the orange. I think that's going to look a lot better. So you can see the darker edge here. Definitely think this needs to be sanded more in the center. You can see how much more I can get that to pop. So we'll let this sit, we'll come back, sand this off. We use some fresh sandpaper. This one started to gunk up a little bit, and that should help a lot. Alright, again we got our Angelus orange leather dye. We're going to come back with a clean rag. We're going to hit the center here first, see how that looks. And that is a lot better for what I'm looking for. can see how much dye I pick up as I move it around. We're going to do a dark outside again. As I sanded, I sort of sanded some of that away. We're going to darken this up on the edge. I think if I went with a brown and black and then hit it with orange, I'd probably get a little bit more of a pop. Sort of like that maple burst I did, burnt maple burst. That brown and black sort of sit everywhere, which I really like that look. So this is an orange and brown rag, and we'll come back, rub this in on the outside here. A lot of times you see me doing browns and yellows. I don't use orange all that much, but that is a really great look. So when I sanded like this. And maybe just a little bit of brown right there. I'm gonna rub this brown in one more time. One more orange in the center here. It's looking pretty good. We'll let this dry. We'll hit it with some steel wool. And again, we'll get that center to pop. Alright, so an hour later here, we're going to come back, hit this with some steel wool. There you go. There is a tiger's eye burst with dark brown and orange Angelus leather dye. Thanks for watching, guys. We will see you in the next vid.